This is Soundwaves KPFK, the soundtrack of the World Wide Web. I'm your host, Beltran, and we are very lucky and very blessed to have Miss Yukimi Nagano. Thank you, first and foremost, for coming on. So for those who don't know, Little Dragon is a four-piece band from Sweden that is about to take over the world. Fantastic, electronic, jazzy, unclassifiable, just really amazing music. Had the opportunity to see them at the Roxy on Friday for the first time. Been long-time fans, but I was sitting during the whole show, and she can vouch for this, with my jaw just stuck. So I just kind of wanted to take it back to the beginning and see. I was doing my homework, so I hope you don't mind. But I was reading up, and just kind of as a child, what kind of sounds did you grow up with in the household that first, I guess, started your love affair with music?
Well, my mom's American. She's actually from here.
Oh.
Orange State.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, but I was born in Sweden, and she always listened to American music. Joni Mitchell, Leonard Cohen, Neil Young, that generation. So I grew up with that kind of music. And my dad also loved Beatles and Rolling Stones and all that. So that's sort of what was played in the house when I grew up.
Oh, okay.
But, as a teenager, I sort of had my own interests. What I liked, and it differed a lot from their tastes. But I still love the music that my parents listened to.
Oftentimes in the show, we always ask artists who they were listening to in their formative years, usually in the teenage years, and most of the time it usually evolves into a desire to create music in their 20s. However, you were discovered at the age of 15, I believe, right? Was it a jazz contest?
Yeah.
What's the story?
Yeah, I was singing in a jazz. Me and my friends had a band, and we were very ambitious. It was like I can't remember what we said. It was like trip hop, drum and bass, electro, like every genre. We wanted to be really special and different. And jazz, of course, on top of that. And we were in this jazz competition for young people. And, Magnus, who plays in Coop, he was DJing there, and I started singing with them after that.
And you were on the Waltz for Coop LP, right? Wow, and so the things just kind of snowballed from there?
Yeah, so after that I started singing with them, and, well, not directly when I was 15, because I finished school and all that, and high school. And then I worked about half a year as a kindergarten assistant.
Oh.
And then I started touring, and that was my working year and a half.
Speaking of working, I was I'm always talking with our lovely camera woman, and it's amazing how many bands have come out of Sweden. It's been fantastic, and I was, again, doing my homework, and you had a really interesting point in regards to why you thought Sweden was such a hotbed for music. Why is that? Why do you think Sweden is just, it's very conducive to a lot of musicians?
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but it's kind of, I can speak for Gothenburg. I don't know about Stockholm, but Gothenburg has a big music scene, and I think that it's very, there's not a lot going on. It's a pretty small city, and it's kind of dull, and I think young kids just sort of have to inspire themselves and do something, and, it kind of creates a creative atmosphere. And then, I don't know, Sweden's just always been very, had a big music scene. If you compare it to Denmark, there's the, design, furniture scene there. Sweden's music, Norway, oil. I know. Finland has the saunas and stuff.
So how did you and the band link up?
We've been friends for a really long time. We went to high school together, and we lived together at one point in the collective, which now is actually our studio.
So you live and record in the same...
No, not anymore. Now that
the old place
is only we rebuilt it and, ripped down walls and everything. Now it's just a rehearsal studio and kitchen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we keep that place just for that. We don't live there anymore.
When did the self-titled LP kind of come to... Or rather, when did the Little Dragon entity first kind of come to, like, hey, we should make this a band with an actual album and whatnot?
Well, I think we played together for a really long time, so we've always jammed together, making music, and started buying some recording material, and started recording some stuff, fooling around. We're not very like business minded, so we're very bad at like giving our CDs. And eventually, you know, I got a manager, and he started helping us out. And I just some friends of ours started Label Off the Wall. So they released this single 7-inch with the test and Forever, I think.
Oh, okay.
And that single actually became Rough Trade of the Week in London. So the label, Peace Party, the main guy there, he's a big record junkie. He went to Off the Wall, to that shop, Rough Trade, and found the single and bought it, and he wanted to sign us after that. So sort of all.
Wow. Just by chance, you picked up the 7-inch. So how did, I know at the end of the show when, you know, the encore comes about and people were going crazy at the Roxy, you said something very interesting. You said, you know, we're not used to this in Europe. Why is that? Because I would think, I mean, people would go nuts for you guys all over the world, but is it really a contrast between the American market and the European market?
I think, I mean, there's a basic thing that makes a whole lot of difference, and that's basically support from radio. You know, that makes a big difference. We haven't had that kind of support in Europe. So, but I think also that I just feel like Americans are open-minded to music, and at least the crowds that we've had, and maybe I think Sweden at least is very rock-based. I mean, there's a lot of electronic music, but there's a lot of rock. And either it's rock, or it's R&B, or it's this, or it's that. It's very defined. And we're sort of in the middle of, you know, people don't really know. They want to know what they're going to see. They want to know that, oh, I'm going to see an indie band, or I'm going to go see this. And we had a few shows where people just said, I don't know what this is. So it's been a little bit confusing, I think. They don't know, am I supposed to dance to this music? Or should I, like, you know, they just feel a little confused. And so, but then we've had a few shows, you know, where people have been really open-minded and just, you know,